G'day guys, and welcome to another My Custom Hot Wheels how-to video. Today I thought we'd go back to basics with a wheel swap. So today we're going to be looking at how to take the base off, swap the axles out and put new ones in. The best thing about this method is you don't need any screws or glue or any of that fidgety crap. You just basically, what we're going to do is we're going to drill it out and it's going to snap straight back in again. The drill size we need is 3/16 of an inch. Google tells me that's 4.7625 millimeters. Good luck finding one like that. So 3/16 of an inch is the drill size you want to use. I recommend a good quality metal drill bit. I replace it every 3 months or so, just because. So let's get straight into it. I'll put this in. Okay. So, take our car. Trick here, there's no real trick, is you don't want to be pushing too hard basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill, and you want to make sure you're going straight down into the car. Am I still in picture there? Yep. So I'm just going to and then I'll stop, blow it away, and you can see I've sort of taken the cap off and there's still a lot of the edge there. So I need to keep going until all that edge is, and you can see a nice smoothness. But again, I don't want to push too hard and I don't want to be too quick with this. So I'm just going to you can see how I sort of stop and start and you'll see some of the edges are gone and some aren't. So I might angle the drill towards the sides where there's still a prominent lip. If you can tell, I'm sort of changing the angle. See, what you can see here now is you can see the far side, it's actually perfect now, but on this side here we still have some. So again, I'll go back in, and most of my force is pushing on the side where there's still some rivet. And there we go. I now have, it's nice and clean. There's still a tiny bit of rivet there, which is going to allow me to click it back in and out. And I'm now going to do the same thing to the back. I'm pretty sure this is die-cast, but again, if you see a colour, sometimes it's plastic, and if it's plastic, you're going to go through it in about a split second. So this is why we don't ever force. Yeah, that's metal. All right. But again, you don't want to, if that was plastic and I had forced, I would have just gone straight through into my finger. On that note, I don't know if I consciously do it, but I tend to put my finger away from directly behind where I'm drilling, so that if I do happen to make a mistake, I'm not going to drill a hole in my finger. So again, see, I've sort of, the initial bit is a bit of force, but then I sort of slow down. Look at what I've done. Okay, I'm going to keep going. You see there's still a bit all around the edge there. Some are harder than others. Some rivets, like this one here, are more stubborn than others. It's the nature of the beast. But again, we take our time, we just push down bits at a time. For the most part, I'm just sort of not really applying any pressure at all, and then I'm occasionally just pushing down at different angles. And as I'm pushing at as I push at different angles, I'm allowing myself to get those edges of the rivet without drilling down too far. I think we're good to go there. It's just a touch. Sometimes what you'll find is there's a little tiny shaving that just won't go away, and I'll just get a screwdriver and just flick it off, just like that. And now There are different ways to get rid of remove the base. A lot of times they'll just unclick, like, let's zoom back out. A lot of times they'll just unclick, like this one does. Oh, well, half. Yeah. There we go. And just to show you, there's our base. Click, click. All right, there you go. Base back on. Doesn't require any glue. And it's perfectly on. And now we can unclick it again. Now, removing our axles. Easiest way to do this is I take my screwdriver and I do this. And with my thumb, I just push it up. And the same thing, I lever it up. And then I get to the other side. And again, I just lever it. Doesn't require much force at all. Since I'm not using those wheels, I just force them out. But again, it's just putting that screwdriver in there. Can you see there? Yep. And just pushing with your thumb up. And doing the same thing on that side. Back. And then your clips are up. And then when you want to put your new ones back in, which I'll do now to save time on the video, there's my new wheels. Aren't they beautiful? And then I'll simply, try to get the angle for you guys. Put it on top and just push down. Put it on top and push down. And then you can see these ones are back in, not going anywhere, and you've just done a nice axle swap. And look, because I'm too impatient, we just want to see what this looks like. Clip that back in, beautiful. Again, and we have, oh, look at that. Beautiful wheel swap done in 7 minutes and 45 seconds.